I'm excited. So, I'm not sure if this is popular now, but I want to say maybe like a year or two ago when I was really starting to watch YouTube, a lot of couples played the Never Have I Ever challenge. And at first I thought it was real corny, but it's the apocalypse. We're all quarantined. And
why not?
Because we, you know, decided to get some little drinky drinks. Go ahead. Don't make it look like we just drinking solo. I'm drinking solo.
She always, if you notice, Noemi always put me on the spot for the, let me cook.
Because you be trying to like hide. But anyway, so it's a Never Have I Ever challenge. And the way that it works is you guys answer questions. We'll answer questions. Never have I ever questions, and we have to be completely honest. So what we did, I don't know if this is part of the rules. We kind of made some of this up.
Man.
We both picked 5 questions each. And then I created these cards to say never or I have. And we have to answer super honestly. It's usually a drinking game, but we have a 2-year-old. We can't get drunk. Like, that's just not responsible parenting.
Nah, we can't get fried.
But you know, I have like sangria and he has a mixed drink, and we, you know what, we gonna make it work.
You got sangria?
Sangria with a little bit of Hennessy.
A little bit of Hennessy?
It really was a little bit of Hennessy. It's mostly wine, so it's like pineapples, mangoes, oranges, some Pinot Grigio, and like a shot of Hennessy.
This is a lot of tequila and just like a splash of orange juice.
Just for color. So,
wee.
You go first. You answer. We'll just do you, then me, then you, then me, and you know, whatever. So you ready?
Yeah, I've actually never played this game before. So.
I've only played it like a shots game in college. So like if you never have, you gotta take a shot. And if you have to explain it. So
oof, alright.
So yeah.
Yeah, when you doing shots?
So you have to ask the question, but you also have to answer it.
Okay.
So
I asked the question. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, so I asked you and I gotta answer for
and
myself.
if you have done it, you have to explain.
I've lied about so many things.
I mean, we're married now. I'm not gonna leave you over there.
Wait, first, before we get this thing popping, what's up, y'all?
I'm sorry.
Happy April? Ooh.
April.
Who cares? It's all the same day. We hope that all of y'all are being safe out there. We hope that everyone is washing their hands and staying at home if you can. And if you're out there working in the world, be as safe as you possibly can. And thank you to all of our medical professionals, all of our first responders out there on the front lines. Thank y'all. Y'all are amazing. I've never played this game before. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared, Jesus.
I can't really see how my hair looks, but I'm assuming I look.
You want to get in close so you can see?
Ooh.
You look
Speaking of which, nah, I look cute.
All right,
these are micro loops.
Let us go. I go first?
Yes.
Never have I ever had to fake it.
Damn. That's the first question?
I'm coming off the top rope with the steel chair. 1,
2, 3.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, man.
So like, my girls know, like, we do this all the time. Like you? Okay, tell me. Dime.
Which time?
Dime. Ooh, with me? You fake
Nah.
Yeah, you didn't.
Okay.
So tell me.
Man, I know some of y'all watch the vlog with your kids. Go ahead and put them away real quick.
We're gonna put a disclaimer, like, not for children.
Yeah, this ain't that. We all stuck in the house, so we gonna make this for us.
That's a good first question.
Man,
okay,
I didn't know the rules of the game when I found them. This thing's strong.
Woo, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I'm really uncomfortable talking about this type of stuff on camera. That's why she laughed. Alright, look. There's 2 different types of partners sometimes.
Okay.
There are active partners.
Okay.
And then there are people that just kind of like lay there.
Oh no.
Yeah, man.
And you were just over it. You were like, let me just be done with it.
It was just like, it just seemed like it was a task. I don't know how to say this.
That's
PG-13.
That's okay. That's all right. I get it.
She was horrible. It was so bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. She was just like staring at my face and just kind of like moving with the motion.
No!
And I stopped because I'm like, I know it ain't me. Am I off? And when I stopped, she was like, everything fine? I'm like, yes. Like, okay. And then we started back up and she went back to that like emotionless gaze. And it was terrible. So I pretended
that you were finished?
Yeah. And went head on to a day party.
Damn.
Bottomless mimosas. That joint was lit. And then she called me back.
Damn. So she didn't even think it was bad.
Nah, she had a great time.
You then understand the plight of women because sometimes we just want it to be over. I faked it so many times I can't even count.
With me?
No.
I already knew that.
Okay. Damn, y'all. First of all, your first question is better than all of mine.
How was my answer? Was my answer trash?
Nah, it was good. Never have I ever kissed someone without knowing him or her.
Define knowing.
Like you just met them that day. The reason why this question is good, because Kier, I'm sure on one of the vlogs, he'd be like, I don't go around just kissing people. 1, 2, 3. So, I kissed a I still don't know who this person is. This was like...
Wait, did you just put up a never or a have?
I have.
Oh. I'm too busy fretting telling my story. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What happened?
So, it was like New Year's Eve. Why are you looking at me so intensely?
Really interested in the story.
It's really not
Continue, please.
It's not that interesting. New Year's Eve one year, and it was the countdown, and I was standing there, and I was standing at the bar, and they counted down. There was this guy next to me, and we kind of looked at each other, and I was like, and he was like, and we made out. And I don't remember what that guy looks like. It was the club, so it was kind of dark.
This was here or somewhere?
This was in DC. This was in DC.
Y'all kissed with tongues?
Yeah, like
for real?
Made out.
For real?
I don't know who this man was. I don't remember what he looked like. He must have been like somewhat attractive. We went our separate ways, and that was it.
Hold on, walk me through it. Like, did you clutch the back of his head?
Honestly, like we were both drunk. It was New Year's Eve, and everybody around us was making out with whoever, and we were just like, oh, another stranger not making out with nobody. Let's kiss. And
how long did it last?
Maybe like 5 seconds. Like it was like 3, 2, 1.
Sick of this shit.
Tell me.
It's the same story. It was New Year's Eve, and like they wasn't. This is gonna sound so. What's the word? Misogynistic?
Yeah.
There was no talent in the club. Like,
damn.
There were no attractive women anywhere to be found. And it was just one girl just sitting in the corner, and she was the best looking girl there. And I was like, yeah. And we were kicking it. I don't know what we were talking about. The year was 2008. And the ball counted down. She was like, you trying to kiss? And I was like, alright. And it was just it was just a drunk kiss with tongues and teeth.
Oh, your teeth scraped.
Her teeth scraped.
That's the word.
And there's like the bottom lip pull.
Okay. Oh,
I hate this game.
Like New Year's? Like, why we kissing strangers? Like, why we kissing strangers? That's disgusting.
There's something about New Year's that just brings out the most desperate of the desperation.
And the crazy thing is, you know how like people have like their favorite holidays? Mm-hmm. New Year's is my favorite holiday.
Yeah, you always say that. I think that's weird.
I'm always at a party. I'm always in a new dress. I always got my hair done. Like, you know, I'm girly girl. So like I like that type of stuff. And like every New Year's that we spent with each other. Oh man,
yeah, we had some good New Year's. We weak though because we like as soon as the ball dropped, we
ready to go home.
It's been real. We about to that way. Let's keep the party going.
Okay. Get your cards together. We gotta count down to 3, 2, 1 before we answer.
I bet.
Okay.
Never have I ever been upset with a partner for not performing well. 1, 2, 3. I think mine needs an explanation. Oh! Do tell.
Okay.
What happened?
So, it's not you. I'm trying to be as ambiguous as possible because we are gaining subscribers and I don't know who knows what about my life. But there was this one guy that I was dating, And
smashing.
I mean, it was more than that, but like this guy that I was in a relationship with, and it just wasn't good after a while. Like, it just wasn't good, and I was just like, what? Like, if you're not going to perform, then leave. Like, why are you here?
Wait a minute. Did it go from being good to not good?
Yes, it went from being good to just like, what? Are you the same person?
What changed? Is it like a length of time issue? Is it an effort issue? Is it an energy issue?
It was a length of time issue. It was like 20 seconds. I mean, like max. And I was just like, what happened?
Yeah.
Consistently. Like, it was never, yeah. And it was just,
damn.
It just all went downhill from there. It was a waste of time.
But you know what?
Great guy, but just, yeah.
But you know what though? Like, I always have a soft spot in my heart for that happening. Because every dude, I don't care how surgical you are with your instrument, every dude at some point experiences that. And that, it's deflating, man. It makes you feel like less of a person. It's like, damn, like.
But this is the part that made it so bad. I didn't say anything. He said it first, and it was just like,
yeah, you gotta get ahead of it.
But
you
it's
gotta
just,
get out
but
in
I
front
just
of
feel
that.
like the best situation is like, we both know what happened, so let's just move on. But then when the explanation starts to come in, it's just like,
was it like a good explanation?
No, it was just like,
man, I've been off my sleep.
yeah,
lately.
like it's just like, okay, but it's like this all the time. So.
Did you say that? So what did you say?
I was just like, it's okay. Like, it's cool.
See, that's y'all fault. That's women's fault. That's women's fault. I believe that there's a shade of gray between lying to me and telling me that that was okay,
well,
and then completely being like, oh,
if
never.
If he watches this vlog, he now knows. Because we never talked about it. Let's move on.
Oh, no, Amy feels discomfort.
Oh, this is a good one. Never have I ever said I love you and didn't mean it. Think about it. 3. 2. Ready?
Wait, give me an age range that counts. I need specificity.
If you can remember it, then it counts.
Damn it, Jim. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1. Ooh! Dime. What happened?
I was 15 years old.
Dang, you remember? You don't remember nothing, but you remember this. Hold on, you got something on your nose. There we go. What happened?
Met this girl through my homie. We ain't never meet in person. It's just talking on the phone.
Yeah. You told me.
Time out. I wasn't 15. I was 13 years old.
That is horrible.
Yeah, I was 13.
Watch it, teenagers, y'all. Watch them teenagers.
All right, let me explain. I lived in a trap, man, and it was just every chick that lived in the trap was kind of like the same type of girl in my neighborhood.
So you loved everybody then?
Nah, this chick lived in the suburbs, and she spoke Spanish.
She was Spanish?
She spoke 2 words. She was black.
Oh, she knew 2 words.
Yeah, she was regular black.
JB.
Told her I loved her. We ended telephone calls with "I love you," which was
Why'd
weird.
you say it?
I don't know. I was like just.
It was just like out of habit. Like you just felt like that's what people say.
Yeah. Man. Oh, that's my girl, and I.
Oh, that was your girl.
Man, I had my first girlfriend in kindergarten. I remember her name. Her name was Star. I had 3 girlfriends in kindergarten.
Star, he was cheating on you, girl.
Nah, man. That was 13 years later. Star, don't worry about that. That time will always be ours.
Okay, that was good. That was a good one. Oh, it's your turn.
All right. I gotta ask you one.
Yep.
Never have I ever flirted with a teacher.
Oh.
1.
Your teacher or a teacher?
So never have I ever flirted with my teacher.
3, 2, 1. Okay.
Okay. Never have I ever flirted with a teacher. While I was in a student capacity.
Oh, okay. 3,
2,
1. You want to know the reason why I flinched?
Mm-hmm.
So, so I used to be a teacher, and I dated. Okay, hold on. Let me make sure.
Get your story right.
I dated someone who worked as my superior. Okay, yeah. Yes. Yes.
How did that work out?
I mean, it's clearly over, but it was a lot of fun. Yes, it's been over for a very long time.
Flings are underrated,
yeah,
man.
It was definitely a fling.
Flings are underrated.
It was a necessary fling. Like, I had so much fun. Like, he was so dope. He actually helped me, like, lesson plan. Like, he's definitely, like, the reason why I'm a great teacher. So, like, aside from our date, we spent a lot of time with each other, and, like, I was privy to a lot of, like, information on how to improve. Like, he worked in the field that I was teaching. Like, it was just a really cool situation. I just remember and we worked in the same school. So sometimes
it's terrible.
We would time when we would get to school. We were coming from the same place.
And I throw people off.
Yeah. But the crazy thing is, I think everybody knew.
Oh,
like,
for real?
I think people, like, we did not do a good job at hiding it.
Y'all was flirting.
Yo.
Damn.
Yo, it was so bad.
Do you think that's your favorite fling?
No.
Yeah.
Definitely not one of my favorite. Not even like that.
That ain't even top 3?
No. It just made me think about it because of the question. But like, it's not someone. I mean, I think he reached out to me not too long ago just to see how I was doing.
If your fling is at least like 3 years old and y'all can reach out to each other. If your fling is at least 3 years prior, the start of your relationship.
Right.
Clean that up.
Yeah.
If that's the case and y'all can at least make contact twice a year, that's a pretty good fling, man.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, just checking up on you.
Funny you mentioned that. Like, all of my exes, for the most part, except for one, ex-flings, ex-boyfriends, everything. Like, I have great great relationships with. Like, I check in, they check in, they know who you are, they know who Emery is. Like, it's not even, there's no drama. I have no drama.
I feel like it's different kinds of flings. Like, there's like the smash and go type fling, but then there's the one where y'all like, y'all hook up, but y'all also talk in between
y'all
the time.
friends.
Yeah, y'all develop a kind of friendship.
Yeah.
It's just never okay to call it a friendship because it makes the whole thing confusing and blurs the lines.
90% of my flings have turned into friendships. It's just like, we not friends because I'm married.
Really?
Like, yeah. Like,
nah, it don't work like that for men. Like,
it doesn't?
Nah, man.
I feel, this is the thing though. I feel like if the woman is over the fling, y'all can be friends.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want anybody that I've like hooked up with or like messed with or anything like that. Like, I don't want to be. I'm very happy in my marriage. Like, it's not, that type of thing.
I hear you, but the issue is you don't really know whether or not that person's over the flame. Because in order to be in your presence, some people will be like, oh man, I respect your relationship.
Can I call bullshit? I feel like you be knowing. Like, I feel like we be knowing. Like,
not all the time.
I can tell for the most part when like a guy that I used to hook up with is kind of still feeling me. And if that is the case, like, it's completely cut off. Like, we can't be friends. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't do nothing. Like, I personally, in my opinion, can tell when a guy is still feeling me. At least when they're being inappropriate. You know what I mean? I
think but to me, that's like the obvious, when they're making like obvious jokes and coming at you a little funny. But I will challenge that and say that I think some people are really roundabout with this, like trying to be the really nice guy. And dudes do this a lot. Men do this a lot. Try to take the long, you try to take a long way around to the butt cheeks. Ooh. Instead of what's up? Welcome to the vlog. We vlogging today. A lot of men don't have the confidence to be direct with a woman that they would like to have a sexual relationship with. Either they think they're not handsome enough, they think they're not charming enough, they think that they're not enough. And what they do is, because they have a good enough personality, they do the friendship thing. We're going to be friends, and figure that they can chip her down. You whittle her down, she'll be like, fine, I'll take you. And then you just try to play the friend if you don't get friends on.
I don't know that experience, because I'm a professional friend zoner.
Do women get friend zoned like that?
Yeah. Well, women don't put themselves in the position to where they're upset that they're friend zoned. Like, we peep that we about to be friend zoned, and then we settle into that position and are okay with that. But it's not like a...
False.
You don't think so?
Hell nah. I messed with so many women who could not take the hint. And when you can't take the hint, you know...
So what would they do? They'll be trying to like get with you?
You know what a good example is? John Legend said he went to break up with Chrissy Teigen and she said no.
Yeah.
That. Like, I'm really not interested in you. No.
Wait, is this after y'all had sex? Exactly. You can't friend zone somebody after you have sex.
Why not friends have sex?
I'm sorry. Let me start over. Yes, you can, but that makes the whole situation different. Like, if you already had sex, you can't be mad for somebody to hope that y'all will end up being something more. It's kind of like you backtrack. Like, you had sex and be like, never mind. Let's just be friends.
I agree. But there's a difference between hoping that you'll be something more and actually developing feelings that you don't share with that other person then having expectations for them to act on that.
For sure. But I'm just going to the woman's feelings. They can feel some type of way. They're allowed to feel.
Yeah, you got the license. You can feel like.
Don't you hate when like dudes get into the semantics? They love words when it benefits them. They love words.
And women love using their emotions as ammunition to manipulate.
Ooh, you feel some type of way? Did something happen? Is there a story you want to talk about?
It feels good to get that one off my chest. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Never have I ever dated or hooked up with someone 10 years older. 3, 2, 1. What? Okay, I'll tell my story first because it's quick. That whole teacher situation that I was talking about. He was
that much older than you?
Yep. Your turn. He was so old. So you dated or hooked up with somebody 10 years? How old were you and how old were they? I've never heard this story before.
Mid-20s. Nah, early 20s, early 40s.
Oh, no.
Early 20s.
Put these cards down. Tell me. What? How did you meet her?
Man, I just out here meeting people.
Did she know how old you were?
Yeah.
Okay, so funny story. Can I just interject real quick? One of your friends reached out to me and said something about how she had to protect you from older women because they used to be out here trying to get with you.
Not gonna lie. The cougars love the kids.
Tell me, so like, where were you?
Man.
Oh.
I don't remember exactly where I was, but just out here in these streets. I think I was at a...
Out here in these streets. Niggas love to say that.
Out here in these streets, and why do you want to work? She was married.
No.
Man, she was definitely married.
You broke up a marriage.
Nah, her husband was with the shits.
They had an open relationship?
They had an open, yeah.
Did you know him?
I thought it was a little weird meeting him. She proposed it like once.
Like, do you want to meet my husband? Just
yeah.
To make sure it's okay?
Nah, it's like my husband wants to meet you.
What you say?
Nah, that's weird.
Yo, you never told me this story. This is not fake. I've never heard this before.
Yeah, man.
So like, you at the club or you at the bar and you chilling and she like comes up to you and says what?
Just started like conversation.
You knew she was old?
She looked really good for her age.
Okay, so
I knew she was older than me,
but you didn't know she was in her 40s.
She had a couple of kids that were like teenagers. Yeah.
Damn. Yo.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So how did y'all like fall off? She just stopped texting.
I mean, yeah.
She was done.
Nah, I just think that type of relationship isn't built to last long.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think she kind of like moves in bunches, like whoever energy, if she's feeling in that moment, and then after that, she's kind of done with it. But man,
That's wild.
Why is that so uncomfortable to talk about?
Because you don't like talking about yourself in that way.
I don't like it.
I do appreciate. Thank you for telling me. Oh, look at us. I feel like we leveled up in our marriage.
I'm so brave.
Oh God, here we go. Let me know when you're ready.
I can't believe that happened. All right. I can't believe I told you that.
Yeah, I can't believe you told me.
I can't believe, yeah.
That's the liquor talking, y'all. That liquid courage. It's okay. I don't love you any less. If anything, I love you more.
Never have I ever been a guest at someone's house and snuck food.
What do you mean they snuck food?
So,
like ate their food?
Yeah, like if they have food in the refrigerator and no one's looking, you grab a bite. Or if they got a pack of cookies that they didn't offer you, you eat them up real quick.
Who's that?
Amazon.
Oh.
1,
okay.
2, 3.
I already knew the answer to that
Boy,
one.
what? Hold on, y'all.
That's a strange question.
Very strange question.
This is fun.
If you ever invite me to your house, I'm looking through your medicine cabinets. You never did that?
No.
You've never looked through somebody's medicine cabinets?
No.
Time to vote. This is what I need y'all to do. I'm sorry for snapping at you. I need y'all to vote.
Privacy.
I don't care. I need to know. You never dated somebody and looked through their medicine cabinet?
No.
We gotta talk about it. This is what I want you to do. I want you to just vote right up there and tell me whether or not you've been. Oh, it's this way?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. I want you to vote, and I want you to tell me whether or not you have ever been to someone's house and peeked inside their medicine cabinet and they didn't know.
Are you serious? Do you take stuff?
Nah, I don't take that.
You just
damn, I ain't a thief. I'm just nosy. If I'm dating you, I want to see if you have any medicine.
You said a guest at someone's house.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sorry, no one is allowed to stay at our house anymore. Because if I find you sneaking through our shit.
Oh yeah, you out of here.
You out.
You're not gonna pull me on me. I don't like that. I'm gonna look through your medicine cabinet and see what medicines you want. And if I don't know it, I'll Google it real quick.
Are you serious? See if they got like STDs or something.
I need to know what's up. Any of the homies, I've never done that to. But if like I'm at a dinner party, nah, I swear, I've never done that. I've never done that. But if we're like at a dinner party.
So you be looking through my stuff? You was looking through my house?
Oh, absolutely. I need to make sure you ain't had to. Won't get me.
Ooh, this is a good one. I actually think I know the answer to this for you. But what you doing?
Looking for more questions.
Oh.
I really like this.
I need you to put your phone down.
Alright.
Never have I ever been kicked out of a bar. 3, 2, 1. Baby, look at
Alright, no more tequila for me, man.
And you've heard part of this story before.
When you got kicked out of a bar?
Yes.
No, me.
Yes. And part of it is like, I don't remember because I was that drunk. Like most of it is a dream, but it's been corroborated by my friends, so I know that it's true. You know, sometimes when like you're so drunk and something happens, you're like, did that really happen? It really happened.
Nice.
So in college, what was that?
I was making sure they couldn't see the floor. You got
So in college, I really didn't drink. Like I didn't drink until I was 21. I went to college in Atlanta, and Morehouse has like an annual toga party, and I think I told you about the toga party. So something happened at the toga. I think there ended up being a shooting that time at the toga party.
Damn.
And you would think that we would go home.
Dark.
We didn't go home. We went to like another club in downtown Atlanta, and I remember I had a Long Island for the first time. Granted, this was the first time I've ever had a mixed drink, and I had like 3 Long Islands. And I just remember in my dream, I'm like sitting on a couch. She had a table, and I'm just like, bleh.
They go down easy,
like,
but they come up hard.
And I just remember like
you were that girl?
Yo, the bouncer came up to me and was like, you gotta go. And I'm like, what? Like, what happened? Like, what are you talking about?
Sir, for what?
Like, for what? Nothing happened. My friends like carrying me to the car and taking me back to my dorms, and the guy that I was dating at the time was just pissed because he didn't drink, nor was he drunk. And you know how I am when I'm drunk.
Women's the worst stuff.
Yo, I'm just loud and I want to do everything.
Oh, Kier, I love you.
Yeah, I don't drink like that because like I don't like who I am when I'm drunk. Like it's not cute.
I don't like it
it's
either.
not fun, and I genuinely don't get drunk. Like,
that's not true. I don't like it unless I'm drunk too. When we're drunk together,
it's fun, but neither of us drink like that. No. So we're just not drinkers. Like we might sip, but we don't get drunk. But I just remember like waking up and he wasn't there. And I texted him like, where the hell were you? He's like, I'm not trying to be anywhere near you when you're drunk. But he did wrap my hair. And he got me out of my toga because I remember seeing the trash bin next to my bed and my toga was in there. So he must have like cut it off or ripped it off, but he was like, F you, I'm going home.
That's really smart because it soaks up all the vomit at the bottom.
There was no vomit. I don't think I threw up again. I think I got it all out at the club. That's also the first time I've ever gotten that drunk. And that was the last time I had vodka. I had not had vodka.
I was going to ask you what it was on, and it was.
And I just remember the smell of the vodka. I don't drink no vodka. I don't care if I don't know. Like, I don't care if I can't taste it. If you tell me that vodka's in it, I'm not drinking it. You couldn't pay me to. I don't care. I'm not doing it. And Long Island's got everything in them, but I just remember the smell of the vodka. Ugh.
Long
so
Island.
When did you get kicked out of a club or a bar?
It tastes like mistakes. I went to go visit my best friend Nisha in college. They got this big club down there that all the undergrads go to, and they got
if
this
you
thing
went to Salisbury
or Eastern Shore, you know what the place is called.
Let us know what it is.
Something River, Brew River. I don't know. And I just remember there was a closet in that joint, and I was sitting down in the closet taking a nap. The bouncer came up and asked me to leave. And I couldn't understand why, so I just kept trying to reason with them, but my words were really mumbly. So they kicked me out of the bar, and I proceeded to yell in this very large white guy's face about how I'm from DC, and I drove all the way down here, and you can't make me go home.
Oh, no.
And then I was ready to see him with the hands. I also almost got kicked out of King of Diamonds in Miami.
Oh, yeah.
For being way too hit, man.
Yo, didn't you fall asleep on the beach?
That was before my flight took off the next day, yeah.
Never have I ever flirted with someone when you were on a date with someone else.
Okay.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Never?
Nah. I'm with the person I'm with. You have?
Yeah, I have. It was to meet you the day. So, the day that Kier and I went on our first date.
You were on a date before you.
I was on it. So when Kier had texted me.
You were on a date, right?
Yes, I was on a date.
I just need to roll this back real quick.
I know.
Real quick, gotta do it. No, I mean, where did you come from earlier that day?
Whoa.
Was that a date?
No, actually, it was not a date.
You were on a date, right?
Yeah. And while I was there, Kier had texted me. He was like, hey, you know, I'm going to be in Georgetown later today. What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm not doing nothing. What's up?
This is why the dark-skinned dude is always the villain that takes your girl in the movies. You just...
What you mean?
The dark-skinned villain. You never notice how in every black movie the romantic antagonist is always dark-skinned?
No, I never noticed that.
I'm gonna show you a meme.
Ooh, oh, yeah, that was you.
Shameful. You're a gross person. All right, y'all. We're gonna do one more each, and then we're gonna wrap this baby up. You ready?
Am I?
Are you? Never have I ever wanted to kill you. No, never have I ever contemplated killing my significant other during the COVID-19 health crisis.
Just during this crisis?
Yes.
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Oh, you. You know what?
Okay, I'm gonna do it for real.
You know what?
I'm gonna do it for real.
1, 2, 3.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been alright. Like, you lying.
Yeah.
I don't even talk to you. I don't talk to you.
And I look, and your face is just sitting there minding this business, and I'm like, and I look at Emery, and she got the same face.
It's bothering me. You're always trying to do a dance, waiting for me to catch you. Like, I don't care. Stop dancing in my peripherals.
No.
You just want me to notice. Oh my God, you're such an only child. Doing like dances. Going pumping. So I'm like, and I'm doing my best to try to ignore him because I don't even want to give him the satisfaction of knowing that I care or I see. And he's just mad because I don't notice him and I hate you for it. I don't want to kill you. Just leave me alone.
Nah, she playing with my feet under the table, y'all.
That's my boo. I love him. I love the fact that we can talk about this.
Yeah.
Like with a lot of relationships, like past situationships, relationships, whatever, are like hands off. But like we don't have that relationship, and I love that. I love that we're both like open books after now.
That's driven by you though, because
really?
you're really comfortable talking about your past experiences, and you're one of the least self-conscious, least insecure women I've ever met in my life. So you're also very comfortable hearing about my past experiences.
Yeah.
Because you don't interpret that as overshadowing you or replacing the love I have for you. Yeah, but
a lot
of people don't think like that though, boo.
Nah.
A lot of men don't have that. And I'm not gonna do that. A lot of people don't have that, and it really, I think that it handicaps your relationship a little bit.
Yeah,
I feel like you can only grow so much if you're not free to talk about your previous experiences, who you were before those experiences, so your partner can kind of compare and contrast. You know, so your partner can know all of you, not just the parts of you that were there when they first got introduced to you.
But that's important to me, and I think I said this in a previous vlog. Maybe is that like I don't want to. Like, I think you're a good person, and I want other people to think that you're a good person. For me to invalidate every relationship that you had before me, it's just like dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you are who you are now because of all of the situations that you've been in. And I trust you.
And you know what? And now that you say that, it makes me think about it. Like, I can really kind of measure my own growth based off of like speaking to those experiences through my current perspective.
Yeah.
I was a different person then, and now just talking about them, I think differently, and I'm able to look at them a lot differently. And that's, man, it helps me become a better man.
Trust is my number one. Like, I will end any situation, any marriage, any relationship, any whatever, if I feel like that trust is broken and not cared for. You know what I mean? Like, the worst thing that he can do to me isn't necessarily cheating per se. It's lying and violating my trust. Like, if you felt that you had the need to lie to me, like you felt some type of way about our relationship where you weren't feeling it anymore, if you felt like you weren't getting what you needed, and then instead of telling me, you just left and found it elsewhere, like that like breaking of trust is, I'm not going to say I can never get over that, but that's harder for me personally to get over than maybe the average person. Yeah,
I know that's really tough for you. Yeah. That type of trust is tricky because even when it comes back, it's not the same. Trust is whole.
Yeah.
So once it's broken, it can be whole again, but it'll be a much smaller version. Yeah, because that's my boo. I love her.
If that's where it starts, like, I want to make sure that my partner feels comfortable enough telling me, like, babe, I don't feel like you're listening to me. You know what I mean? And I just feel like, let's say that's never said and you continue to feel that way. I don't know to fix it. And I continue doing the same things to make you feel that way.
And then I would have a good argument that you don't care because you're not trying hard enough.
And then it's a co-worker or somebody, an old friend or like whatever that is listening. That is listening, you know, that is hearing you, that's seeing you, or whatever it is that you're missing from your relationship. And it's like, I'm not saying that it's okay for that person to step out, but what do you say? People live in their own distortions.
People live in their own distortions.
And then this new person outside of your marriage becomes the answer to that issue.
Or your relationship, same thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be married to
or your relationship. That. One of like the key ingredients that I love about our relationship is the fact that like when it's time to be honest, we both can say, like, it's just like, babe, can I be for real for a second? Like, I really need a minute. Can I just talk about how I feel? And, like, each of us knows that, like, okay, whatever's about to come out of that person's mouth, it's not personal to you. It's just this person feeling how they're feeling, and they're coming to you because they want a solution. So let's be solution-oriented in this particular situation so that we can move forward in our relationship. So, like, at no point do we think that we're perfect, that we have all the answers. But what we do know is that, like, I am willing to listen to you because I want you to be okay. It's not like I want our marriage to be okay, so I'm going to do whatever for our marriage. I want you to be okay.
I want you to be okay, especially like in this moment right now.
Exactly.
That's very true. But I think it's also important to mention the fact that ain't always the easy thing to do. In a moment, sometimes it's the hardest thing to do because it's hard to give up ground when you feel like the person has wronged you and it hasn't been made right yet, or you haven't been made whole. That's why relationships are so damn complicated, man. It's a tug and pull, and you're not always going to get what you need to give what you have to give. Like, that's just not a reality all the time.
One thing that, you know, we're maybe not so much actively working on, but I can tell that we are working on as it comes situationally, is that when you are in a relationship, whether it's a marriage, whether it's a, like, you know, boyfriend, girlfriend kind of situation, that like, you have to be okay with your needs not being met the way that you think that they're supposed to be met.
This is a good time to introduce the scale that we do.
Oh,
the effort scale.
Yep, we do. We have the effort scale in our relationship.
Yeah, so we developed this little tool to kind of help us stay out of that weird part of your relationship where you're telling somebody that you don't like something, or you feel disrespected when they do a certain thing, and they continue to do it, and then you bring it to their attention. They say, no, I've been really trying not to do that, and you in turn say, no, you haven't at all. So it's a situation where one person may feel disrespected because they feel like their efforts aren't being taken seriously, and then the other person feels like you don't care because you're not even trying. So what Noemi and I have done is we developed a scale. Like, I understand you're upset that I just did this. I'm really trying hard to fix that, and I don't feel like you're acknowledging that. So I feel like right now I'm giving you about an 80, and she'll say, man, I feel like you're giving me a 20. Like, damn, there's nothing that'll piss you off more than your 80 being responded to like a 20. That's everybody. That applies to both she and I. So if we're that far off, we'll be like, all right, so how do we meet in the middle? What do you need to see for this to feel like more than a 20? And then she'll tell me, and I'll figure out what parts of that I can do, and I'll try to implement them, all right? And then she'll in turn ask me, you know, what are you doing? Why do you feel like there's an 80? What effort are you putting forth that you feel like is that voluminous? And I'll tell her what I feel like I'm doing, and maybe she doesn't see it that way.
But that conversation then puts it in perspective. Because like a stupid example might be like clothes on the floor. Clothes on the floor. In my head,
we just had that. We just had that joint.
In my head, which I thoroughly recognize now that it sounds ridiculous, it's like he's trying to kill me. He knows that the house being messy makes me want to jump off the building, like jump out of a window. So like with clothes on the floor, it's like he wants me. He wants me to jump out of a window. He don't care. And in my mind, I'm like, it's so simple to put this into here and blah blah blah. For him, it's like he doesn't notice it. Like
my brain's not wired that way.
And it took us. I'm telling you, we've been having this argument for years.
Took us 5 ever. Like,
years. But once we finally had that conversation, and then, like, I looked at him differently. Like, even, like, during this whole quarantine apocalypse situation that we're in, like, I cook every day, multiple times a day. He washes the dishes at least 2 to 3 times a day. I hate
washing dishes, Bob.
But if you will look at the kitchen, if you will just look at the kitchen alone, you will never know that anybody. Right now, it's pretty clean, but like on a regular, you would never know that somebody washed dishes. I'm not recognizing the fact that yes, he did wash the dishes 3 times and wipe down the counters and mop the floor. It's just that I've also cooked 3 times that day. So the reason why it still looks messy is because he just hadn't gotten a chance to go back and clean it after the 3rd time I cooked that day. So like that's a really like kind of funny example of what we're talking about, but I just kind of want to like pull this all together because we were trying to say a point before this, but we lost it. Whatever, this is more important. We have learned to communicate with each other in a way where neither one of us are taking anything that was said personally. Because I don't think he's out here to destroy me. I don't think he's out here to piss me off. I don't think he's out here to just irk my nerves most of the time. Sometimes you do. And vice versa. But I think that like we recognize and respect the fact that we got married because we care about each other and we want the best for each other. So I look at him and I consider like his best intentions first. Even if it don't look like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I know that that's difficult to do.
This was really fun. If you guys are interested in us kind of doing, I guess this is a challenge. I don't really know what to call this, but we have an abundance of time. So please feel free in the comments. Let us know.
Let us know what y'all would like us to do. Yeah. Shoot us a thumbs up if you would like us to do a sit down talk about the wedding video.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good idea. I was thinking about maybe like things we wish we had done,
Yeah.
or like regrets. I don't know, something along the lines of that.
All right, y'all. Is there anything else that we need to say?
We are almost at 20,000 subscribers. We just made like 19,000 a few days ago. And like, I kind of just want to be at 20,000 just to say that we're at 20,000.
Yeah.
So share this video, share our page with your friends, your co-workers,
Subscribe.
the dude or the girl you dating,
your side dude or side girl, your work husband, your work wife.
Bye guys, we'll see y'all next week.